What's up, y'all? Listen, episode 2, we are here. We are live. Welcome back. We're back in the studio. Man, we got a special guest for you today. This is my boy, one of my best friends. Listen, we're happy that you're here. Like I said, welcome to the Nate's Nerd News Show. I love doing that every time. It makes me excited. But this is the actual official episode 2. Guys, I'm going to start it off with this. This is my guy. This is my dog. Known this dude since junior high. Alex Garrett is in the house. Say what's good, brother.
What's up? What's up, Nate?
Come on,
Yo,
dude.
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Been a subscriber since day one.
You have.
Since before the podcast started.
Listen, guys, Alex is off the grid, okay? I did not want to cut you off there. I feel bad. But Alex is off the grid, but he's on YouTube. And this guy's like probably my most active YouTube commentator right here.
You see me in the comments.
I see you in the comments, man. I see you always saying what's good, giving a good hot take, and I knew that when I started this show I was going to have you on it.
I like to stoke the flames in the comments.
Exactly. Hey, that's what we're going to do in this episode. But like I said, guys, this is Alex. This is a longtime friend of mine. We met in junior high, played ball together growing up. Yeah, love this dude. Moved to the Valley together, moved states together. But more importantly, he's a fellow nerd just like us, specifically with Star Wars. And that is your theme for this episode. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be kind of a Star Wars themed episode. And so I'm going to take through some fun stuff, a little bit of housekeeping first. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, welcome. If you're returning, my small audience that's returning to this, listen, make sure to like and subscribe because that helps me. And never want to be that corny guy who's saying, like and subscribe.
No, like and subscribe. It's free.
That's true. It is free. But more importantly, guys, I feel like a special call to say comment. Like, we need comments and we need interaction because a lot of the times I love to address that on the show. And moving forward, being that this is episode 2, we don't obviously have a lot of comments yet. But if you have a hot take, if you have questions, if you have like crazy things that you want to say, whether you disagree or agree, let us know. Especially questions, put it in the comments because we want to hear it. Having said that, let's get right into it, dude.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. This is a new segment. New segment alert on the Nate's Nerd News Show.
Ayo.
Come on.
Debuting.
Calling it the Nate's Flashpoint Paradox. So if you don't know, the fans, Alex, know briefly about this. If you don't know, the Flashpoint Paradox is obviously an incredible event back in the day. It's just a comic event. It's one of the most iconic DC storylines ever. It's a moment where the timeline kind of shifts of the DCU continuity, or the DC continuity. Suddenly we're looking at a start of completely new story, all these different things. But in this segment, Alex, I'm going to give you the parameters. My guest, which is Alex, obviously, is going to have 30 seconds to a minute to basically introduce themselves, tell us who they are, tell us, basically how you found Star Wars, what Star Wars means to you, kind of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. And then after that, I'm going to hit him with some fast questions. So there's your Flash reference. So obviously you have this beginning, a new story to tell yourself. I'm over-explaining now. But listen,
okay.
It's going to be cool. And so I'll literally jump in and I'll rapid-fire some questions, Star Wars-themed, that you'll have to give rapid answers to.
Okay.
Now, it's not like a strict 30 seconds to 1 minute, but we're right at the raw 5-minute mark. Go.
Okay.
Boom.
Like Nate said, I'm Alex. We both come from the northern area of Washington.
Woo.
Moved down to the Phoenix Valley area because it's better living down here.
It is way better.
It's good to be in the sun.
That's true.
It's like Tatooine. Always inspired us
Love
to be
that.
in the desert. Let's go.
Already, let's go.
But the love for Star Wars, I think it came from my parents originally. They're both those Gen X agers where Star Wars, A New Hope came out right when they were coming of age, and it was the hot thing when they were coming up. And so they had to pass it on to me and my two brothers. Yeah. And, believe it or not, my older brother, my younger brother, some of the biggest Star Wars nerds, maybe bigger than Nate's
They
nerd
could be.
himself.
I'm serious. Legit. That'd be a fun episode to get the Garrett brothers.
So to grow up in a family where everything we did was Lego Star Wars games, collect minifigures, smashing Lego Star Wars ships together. Yeah. I mean, it was always Star Wars, right? Themed. And so, that's really how it came up. I just remember my dad put on the VHS of A New Hope. Back in the day, we had the big box TV. Now I'm sounding like an old.
No, it doesn't matter. That's the roots, bro.
But these are the roots, and we watched that. And then it was about Christmas time. They gave us this big box of action figures. They're probably still in their basement somewhere. So
You got to keep that. Those things are worth money, dude.
yeah.
I'm collecting mine. You can't see it
we
on the
played
camera,
hard. We played hard with them. If they're still in one piece,
Hey, that's okay. Sometimes, yeah, you want the weathered look. I
All right.
love it. Okay, yeah, that's just right around the minute mark, so that's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna rapid fire some questions at you.
Okay,
You
we're ready
for this.
Yeah.
First off, question number 1 of the Nate's Flashpoint Paradox. If you could choose any planet in the Star Wars universe to live, where and why? Go.
Coruscant.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to be flying ships, like cars, like the flying cars.
Yes.
I love the inner city vibe. There's a lot of other options too, but I think I want to be at the center of all the action. And Coruscant's the center of the galaxy.
You also have the underworld of Coruscant, which is so like.
I mean, I'm staying away. That's like going underground in Vegas.
But
like,
it's
let's
cool
be
that
honest.
it's that big. It's that vast.
That's true. It's vast.
Yes, I love that. The air traffic. That's actually like a really good.
I bet the food scene in Coruscant is better than advertised.
Oh,
too.
I bet. Okay, next. Favorite Star Wars character and why? Go.
Anakin Skywalker. I know it's basic, but
It's not basic.
Honestly, growing up, it was Obi-Wan, and I loved him. But the older I get, the tragedy, like you can't watch Revenge of the Sith and just not die inside watching the internal conflict in him. And so the story of Anakin just tops anything.
Come on. I actually, for the fans, I literally completely agree. And Obi-Wan is probably like my all-time favorite. This is a side tangent because we need to get rapid here. But legit, as you get older, Anakin becomes one of my favorite, if not my favorite Star Wars character. So I love that. Okay. Do you have a favorite moment from that favorite character? Or maybe a moment that just screams off the top of your head?
Killing younglings.
Oh, it's just crazy.
That's crazy.
It's just crazy. Okay, yeah, out of all the events in Anakin's life, that's definitely the craziest one.
I mean, that or killing the sand people. You see the anger, like any guy who's just like struggled with that like anger in their life, like they know like there's a good and an evil to it, and he just like gives into the evil side of it, and it's raw and it's real.
Oh, okay, that's crazy, but yeah. Obviously, we don't want to kill younglings, but clearly. No, but you're right. I actually want to talk about that later in the episode. Like there's a moment of Anakin's like there's a very specific moment. I'll talk about that later. But it's very visceral, and it's actually one of the better moments of Star
visceral.
Wars.
That's a good word.
Yeah, hey, there we go. Okay, here we go. If you could wield any Star Wars weapon, what, whose, and why? I feel like this can be an obvious one in some cases, but go.
Honestly, I'm choosing Mace Windu's lightsaber.
Sick.
Yeah. No specific reason other than it being purple.
Yep.
It's a little unique in that time. And I like the hilt, honestly. It's simple.
Gold.
The gold is a nice touch, and I think a lot of the other hilts have all these extra stuff on it.
Yeah.
You try to do some sword moves with it, and it might kind of cut my hand up a little bit.
Yeah,
I like the smoothness of it.
I need to add that to the collection. I don't have that yet, so I need to add
And maybe in Disney we'll get one.
Hey, come on.
Hey, come on.
Which we're going to talk about. I actually want to talk about it immediately after. Okay, next one. Which I think might be the last one. We'll do 6 questions because I have 6 questions.
Okay,
down. Favorite Star Wars ship and why? Go.
The Y-Wing, because it was my first Star Wars Lego set. Actually,
Love that.
I got to change my answer to the Star Destroyers, the Imperial Star Destroyers.
Okay, love it. Yeah.
Yeah, those
Just
things are
the classic.
sick. But
Don't-
are those really ships? Or are they
Yeah, it's a
are
ship.
they
I mean,
star
it
bases?
flies. That's a good point.
That's a whole other tangent.
Yeah,
Let us
that's
know
a
in the
really good
comments.
point.
Are
Let us
Star
know.
Destroyers ships or are Star Destroyers space stations?
I'm going to clip that. And that's going on social media. I love that. I love that. Okay, here we go. Favorite Star Wars memory. That's just a fun one I wanted to add in there.
Ooh. When The Force Awakens came out,
Oh, I remember.
I think I was a junior in high school, and my
No,
dad.
Force Awakens, we were younger. I think we were younger. We
No,
were like
I swear, because it was in that guy's class. We had it together.
It was 2015 is when that came out. So we were.
Yeah, it was December of 2015.
Wow.
That was junior
okay,
year.
Good day. Yeah, I know.
And 2016
completed
that year, we filmed that stupid online YouTube movie.
Oh, yeah.
English class.
The Crucible. Find that on YouTube or don't.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, we the movie Alderwood Mall in Washington.
Yep.
We watched every Star Wars movie consecutively. My dad and my 2 brothers and I.
Yeah.
And I claimed at the time that I made it all the way through without falling asleep. But that was a lie. That was total cap.
So you went 1 to 6 and then to 7.
And that was the premiere of 7. So it was a 23-hour event. There was like an hour and a half between every movie, and then I think there was like 2.5 between the two sequels.
Insane.
It was gnarly. I felt disgusting.
That's insane.
But that was a moment that, like, how could you ever, like, forget that?
Yeah. Well, that does it for the new segment, Nate's Flashpoint segment, Flashpoint Paradox. But I want to just to further that. I wanted to like mark that, but further that. Did you feel like watching The Force Awakens? Were you just gassed, or were you as hyped as you thought you'd be?
I think I was gassed, honestly.
Was it almost like, hey, can we just get this over with, or was it like I'm excited enough?
I was excited.
Okay.
I was definitely excited about it, but
did it live up to its expectations after watching all of them?
I don't know if I had expectations of like.
And you'd
The
already
Force
seen
Awakens.
the movies before.
Yeah, and I knew those movies. It was just more for the vibes, and
yeah.
The cool thing was the only people who were there were like 10 out of 10 Star Wars nerds, and so. Everyone had seen those movies before, so like everyone's clapping in the theater, and like when Luke and Leia kiss, like everyone's like, "Oh, gross!" You know, it was kind of funny, and people showed up in like clone trooper outfits and like Chewbacca suits and stuff like that. So that was a cool aspect of it, where it's just like, and then everyone leaves the mall after a few movies or the theater and like went to the mall, like the food court opened up a part of it. And they're like just wearing that, and then they come back, and you're like, "Oh, like you're seeing the same people, like movie over movies." You're like, "All right, two more to go." You know,
like, that's crazy. 23 hours is nuts.
And then some of the movies are like, you watch, it's like, "All right, this one starts at 1 a.m. and then, all right, the next one starts at 3.
Yeah.
All right, we got another one starting at 5:30 in the morning. Like you just
crazy.
keep going, and yep.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I love
good
that.
news is it was during Christmas time, and I got all my Christmas shopping done.
There you go.
In one of the breaks, so
there you go.
You know.
Well, I love that.
2 birds with 1 fell swoop.
Come on. That's great. I actually love that we did that segment because now it gives like a really just good fresh take of like, you're a Star Wars fan. These are some important moments. Good. So I'm glad we did that. So if you liked that segment, make sure to let us know in the comments because we're trying stuff that is new here for episode 2. Me and you. Come on. Anyways, listen, the next segment is going to be this. We kind of want to do this every single time. Listen, it's Nate's Nerd News. So I obviously want to give you kind of what's current, what's new, especially with Alex in the stew here. But we want to talk about some of the current stuff that's going on with Star Wars. Obviously, we know that Star Wars has been off the big screen for, 6-7 years now?
Really?
Yeah, 2019, I think, was Rise of Skywalker. And so,
that checks out.
Exactly. And so, with The Mandalorian and Grogu coming out, obviously, it is a continuation of the 3-season show that's been on Disney Plus, starring Pedro Pascal. Samara Weaving's going to be in it. Not Samara Weaving, no. Oh, my word. Samara Weaving's... Dude, why am I tripping now? I always do this when I'm on camera. And...
This guy.
I know, dude.
He looks like me out here.
Sigourney Weaver!
Hey, we got Weaver right.
I know. No, I said Weaving. Samara Weaving's like from Ready or Not. She's like a young blonde girl who looks like Margot Robbie. She's like a ripoff. She's not a ripoff.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take. No, she's a great actress. Sorry.
Send that to her.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get some engagement for that one.
Exactly. But listen, so that is hitting theaters in May. They just released kind of their first official trailer. I think their second trailer. They've done teasers. They whiffed the Super Bowl trailer, which is, I don't know if you remember that. It was like the beer. They were on the Tauntaun. It was like cool, but like you spend millions of dollars, and that was supposed to be like the first official trailer. So that's kind of crazy. But you saw the trailer. Alex, what did you think about the trailer? What do you think about the movie? Go for it.
Honestly, I'm pretty pumped for it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really good Star Wars movie. I think it's a no-lose situation.
Yeah.
Honestly. You look at it, it looks like there's expanded world of Star Wars, but feels Star Wars.
Okay.
You know, you've got lots of, I mean, you got videos of him fighting what looks like might be like an updated version of a Ragnar. You know, when Luke and Jabba's palace, has to fight that guy. Looks like maybe he's got to fight one of those or something similar.
Yeah.
Like that's cool to like bring elements of that back, but also like updated CGI. Like that's been a long time since they filmed those original ones. Lots of the same kind of characters or archetypes. It seems like it's going to be action packed.
Yeah, it will be.
And
someone said it described. Okay, this I could be reaching here, but someone said it was like the same stunt coordinator as John Wick. No, I don't know if that's true, but someone was comparing it to some of the extended footage that some people have leaked and seen, that there's like John Wick style fight scenes, which are
Honestly, it seems like
it would be cool. Another thing I saw too, I saw like could be like an updated version, like the Rancor, like that would be sweet.
Yeah, did I say the wrong thing there? Rancor?
I think you said Rancor.
Okay, cool.
Might have said Ragnar. Oh well, either way, we know what you're talking about. But something that is interesting that I think about this movie is I think it's a safe play for Star Wars. And we'll get into this in the next topic, but with the change of leadership, things like going like that. For your first movie back, it's interesting to do a continuation of a TV show, but The Mandalorian in the last 10 years, The Mandalorian is the most probably unifying IP of Star Wars.
I agree.
I think that everything else is, Star Wars is like one of the most toxic fandoms, and we're definitely part of that, which is okay. But like legit,
Toxic fans only, actually.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I think The Mandalorian especially is like something that is kind of universally loved, mostly across the Star Wars fandom currently. And so I think it's a safe play.
I agree with that, and I think one thing that you say, it's like unifying. I put myself in the, when we grew up watching Star Wars, it was really cool because our parents loved the original trilogies, and then we got to grow up with the prequel trilogies. And that was so cool. Like, everyone our age, whether, your opinions on the actual quality of those movies can vary, like that era of Star Wars, for the most part, the Gen Z kids or millennial kids, that's like their peak Star Wars.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
I think kids nowadays, Mando is their peak Star Wars. I would guess that. I'm not a kid these days.
No, I would agree.
I would guess Mandalorian is their peak Star Wars over the newer trilogy.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good take, that it is a really safe play. It can't lose.
Hey, I think you just had a good take about the take, so that's great. I'm actually really excited to see kind of like what they do with, that people call it like the Filoni-verse, being like the kind of like the sequel, but like prequel to the sequel, but sequel to the original trilogy. Like, it's just kind of like in its own section. If they're going to do kind of a universe, I know the Ahsoka show takes place in that time frame, and if this is going to be like just a standalone movie, or is it going to be have some sequels coming, which I could totally see. If it's a big moneymaker. The only potential loss, we're talking about like a loss that could happen. I think there's a chance it could. I just hope it doesn't bomb at the box office. It's Star Wars. It should make a lot of money. But I just am like worried that like your first movie back in 7 years, it's a continuation of a TV show that maybe some people haven't seen. I think it's a 4-quadrant film. It's a kid-friendly film. It's action-packed. It's for adults too. But I also think that it just worries me. And I've seen a lot of other creators and commentators talk about that, like that, it's just you gotta have it be a safe play. And we both, I guess, would universally agree it is a safe play. I just am worried with Star Wars. I'm worried that, like, you know what I mean? Like, your last movie was Rise of Skywalker. And again, it's just universally not liked. And there's been some big Star Wars losses recently, like The Acolyte. And exactly. So, we could go down the list. The Acolyte, The Mandalorian Season 3 wasn't the best, in my opinion. Rise of Skywalker wasn't the best. Last Jedi was very polarizing. Andor was a complete win, which I love. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach growling. My stomach just growled right there. What else am I missing?
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan, universally, like, again, people
polarizing,
like it. Exactly. Like, there's good moments about it, but to be honest, I was underwhelmed, which was a big bummer. Book of Boba Fett, which we'll get into hot takes here. I think I could think that there's a hot take coming from that. But Book of Boba Fett was like, at least like, from a general audience perspective, not liked or not well received.
Totally.
Anyways, to wrap it up, I'm excited. I just am worried. But me and Al are going to be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
Opening night.
Yeah.
Cosplaying or whatever. Maybe not that, but there, and it's going to be exciting. And I'm pumped again to be. We just watched the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith last year.
Right.
And what a special moment it was to like get in a theater and watch a Star Wars movie with Star Wars fans.
I haven't seen that movie in theaters since 2005.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Exactly. And what? We were 7 years old.
Right. Yeah.
And so like it's like you can only remember so much. Now that you can always remember that.
I remember my brother crying.
Oh man, I remember. I remember my dad taking us, and then I remember going to Blockbuster after. Or no, obviously it didn't release like on DVD yet, but I remember even like going back the moment it was released on DVD in the local Blockbuster, Thomas Lake McDonald's.
Thomas Lake,
Literally,
Lake, baby.
That old. It's a dollar store now, but grabbing that and watching it back at home. Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Come on. Okay, well, next one. Let's talk about this. We don't really have to get into. There's not a lot of Star Wars news, but I think a big one. We could talk about Starfighter, but we could save that for a different episode. I think that obviously it's.
Are
really
you excited
cool.
for it?
I'm excited. I'm excited for Sean Levy. I'm excited for Ryan Gosling. I'm excited to see a Star Wars movie that's not connected to the Skywalker saga at all.
This is something I'm interested in. You just don't see this with Star Wars very often.
Yes.
An actor who's pre-established with something else coming in and being a Star Wars character.
Yeah.
And I mean,
that's a good point.
To me, that gives me a little. I mean, we're gonna go watch it. I actually think it has the potential to be awesome.
Yeah.
I was just one of my takes. If we were gonna get to like just an open-ended convo, would be it would be cool to see like pilot school, like behind the scenes kind of stuff. Like, and I'm sure they could do a good job of games and doing stuff. And some of the games have done a lot of that.
With the name Starfighter, you would think that yes, there's gonna be. It has to be like about a pilot, right?
A little bit, and I think if anyone could do it and could get a broader audience involved, Ryan Gosling right now might be the right take.
Yeah.
Especially with some of the recent movies he's been in.
Yeah. I mean, Sean Levy directing Deadpool and Wolverine, like,
right.
So
I think it has some good potential, but I haven't seen them use like actors who were like at the top of their game and say, I'm going to pull this guy.
Yeah, now it's like you have to fit him in a Star Wars box, whereas like, you get someone to just.
Am I going to be seeing Ken from Barbie and like being like, man, this just doesn't fit?
And especially with Project Hail Mary coming out literally next week. When this will air, I think it will literally be the weekend it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like that's interesting too. I mean, he's gonna be hyped from that. That's like a sci-fi movie, so I wonder how that's gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be like that'll be like his next movie after this.
Yeah,
it's exciting. I'm pumped either way. There's not a lot we know about it other than like there's a Force-sensitive kid. I think it's a nephew of Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling's character. I know that Amy Adams is in it. Fan speculation saying she might be Mara Jade, which would be sick, or like
that'd be cool,
or a version of Mara Jade, because obviously like. She can't be married to Luke Skywalker. If it takes place after the sequel trilogy, he's dead. He's old too. So it's just, anyways. All that to say, that's exciting. That's the only other kind of movie in development that we know. A big thing I want to touch on is the change up in leadership at Lucasfilm. Obviously, we know that Lucasfilm is owned by Disney. And after George Lucas's exit, his successor was Kathleen Kennedy, who in my view is what people call a first ballot Hall of Fame producer. Produced Indiana Jones, and like she's worked with Spielberg. Like, obviously she's a Hall of Famer. At the same time, I think she's dang near ran Star Wars, the brand, into the ground. I think it is absolutely time she's left. And she has been named to have her exit very soon, or she's exiting the company now. And she will be replaced by not only one person, but two people, and that'll be Dave Filoni and a woman named Lynwen Brennan, who's like was a general administrator at Lucasfilm, which definitely probably will be more of a business side of things, where you have a creative side to Dave Filoni, but they are now the co-presidents, or will be the co-presidents of Lucasfilm. I'm excited about this.
I think that's good news.
I think it's great news.
Yeah.
I think that Dave Filoni I've been a huge fan of Dave Filoni. I think he is literally, if anybody is like George Lucas, the legacy of George Lucas's lore of creating Star Wars, to carry that on, it's Dave Filoni. No one knows Star Wars like Dave Filoni, other than George Lucas. But seriously though, like his lore is so deep. He has, I have always appreciated being younger, his reverence for the original or the prequel trilogy that is widely regarded in the Star Wars fandom as, people have problems with it, but like he has had a deep respect for the character of Anakin, which I've always loved.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously with his Clone Wars show, I mean, Star Wars Rebels was incredible. I do think that obviously he created the character of Ahsoka, and I love Ahsoka, but at the same time, I don't want the first movie for Dave Filoni to greenlight be an Ahsoka movie.
Why not?
I just think we have an Ahsoka in Clone Wars, who she's literally the main character of. And then you have her pop up in Rebels to become a side/main character in the Star Wars animated show Rebels. And then you literally have she comes in the Mandalorian show, which is cool. It's great. And she's played by Rosario Dawson, and that's great. And then you literally now have your second season of an Ahsoka show coming out. So it's just like Ahsoka.
But could it culminate? Could we have Mando and Grogu, and then could
I would
this
like it to
culminate
culminate,
into
yeah.
a movie
Yeah.
that he produces
I think
that involves her heavily?
I think that there's probably a place for that. But I think as now the co-president of Lucasfilm, your sights need to be beyond, honestly, beyond the Skywalker saga. Beyond that name. I know, like, seriously, take Star Wars way back in time or take it tons of years in the future and start completely fresh. Personally, I'd love for them to go into the Old Republic. I know they tried to go into the High Republic with the Acolyte and book series, and it's cool, but like the Old Republic is just rich with story to tell.
I
That is
agree.
Completely tethered.
You've got so many books, so many
untethered.
games
Yeah.
that have been created that you could. I think so many people would be excited to see
Yes.
that tied into what's considered canon,
Yep.
the things that aren't, and so many characters that people really like and want to bring back.
Yeah.
And I mean, imagine seeing Darth Revan in a movie. That would be awesome.
I know.
And other people as well. Or like, imagine movies that lead up to Palpatine. And imagine seeing Palpatine in his prime. We saw him as an old man dominate four Jedis at once.
Everybody wants the Tom Hiddleston, the guy who plays Loki, to play a young Palpatine. It's literally perfect casting, and it would be cool to see like the Plagueis rise, like, you know.
Tell me about it. That would be sweet. I like adding on to the end of it, but sometimes, I mean, they've already done this, so this is kind of just my take on like the most recent trilogy. Is just like we had an end, and now we untie the end, and like there's always, I guess, going to be conflict between good and evil in the world.
Yeah.
But like I like when the ending is nice and you tie a bow on it.
Yeah.
But you can always go earlier, especially when you're in like a galactic world like that.
Yeah.
But then to like be like, oh yeah, it finished, but I guess not. You know, there's still.
I know, it's just
still
kinda,
Sith.
It is wild to think about. It's just, I'm like, I wish the best for Dave Filoni. I'm really excited. I think Jon Favreau is going to be very involved. Jon Favreau being the director of The Mandalorian and Grogu, Happy Hogan in the Iron Man trilogy and the MCU. I mean, he literally directed Elf. He also directed Iron Man 1, which literally started the most profitable franchise of all time. And so the trust is in Jon Favreau. I'm pumped about that. Like he's directing this movie. I can't count him out. Or going back to Mandalorian and Grogu, but having him involved, I think it's just like about hiring the right people. I want to see some creative vision. And bottom of the line, to wrap this in a bow, because we're going to move on to the next segment, but to have him be selected as the successor, you got to think that this dude walked into the board of whoever with Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, and like all these executives, and had to give some wicked approach to like saying, hey, this is the reason you need to hire me, and this is what I have laid out. And they obviously liked it enough to literally have him replace Kathleen Kennedy in one of the most important job roles, like in entertainment, might even be the most. And so that's like what I trust. He's not like, I guarantee you he didn't go in there and saying like, I want to write Ahsoka into everything, or I want to do another animated show, or like, he probably has that stuff, but he obviously has a very specific vision that they bought into. And, you know, having a front of house like Lin-Wen Brennan, someone who's been in the company, has worked on the business side of things, do this, like have her take care of that side of the being a president of the studio. It's awesome. I think that's a good recipe, and I'm excited for that.
I agree. I think we got exciting things coming up.
Absolutely.
Whether it's like the first thing or not, I think it's going to expand and get bigger and get better. And I can't wait for that.
I love it. Okay. Next segment. Now we get into the fun stuff because we got the news out of the way. It's Nate's Nerd News. You already know we have to bring it. I hope you guys like my shirt, by the way. It's Boba with a Lego blaster. Love that. Saw that online and put on a t-shirt. It was sick. Anyways, we're going to get into some fun stuff. We're going to do some rankings. We're going to do some fun segments. We're going to do some games. Similar to my last episode, we love the rankings. I think that's fun. I mean, it's a Star Wars episode, and to put this out there, I mean, like, it's fun to do.
It's just dudes being dudes at that
point,
you know?
We're just chilling.
Yeah.
It's just guys being guys. But we're going to start off with my guest. He is going to go through the 11 live action Star Wars movies, and he's going to give his ranking. Spend about 30 seconds to each one.
Okay.
But give a reason.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's worth talking about. I'm going to get mine pulled up here as well. Obviously, there's 12 movies. I think we can both agree
What am I missing?
that. Well, it's the Clone Wars animated movie,
sure.
which is the bottom of my list, the bottom of most people's list. I mean, doesn't hold a candle to some of the stuff.
Sure.
But anyways, Alex, take the floor. Actually, I need to time mark this. This is Alex's ranking of the Star Wars franchise, movies only. Go.
Okay. Least favorite movie, number 11 out of 11, The Last Jedi. Did not like it.
Okay.
I thought it was bad. The bad parts were really bad. There were some points in it that are good. It was cool to see Luke again. I didn't like how they portrayed him, and it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I thought Rey was good in this movie. Other than that, I decided this 80% of the movie was terrible, in my opinion. Number 10, Rise of Skywalker.
Gotcha.
In the theaters, I actually left being like, okay.
Yes.
I didn't love it, but, you know, I think we all wanted to see Snoke or someone's, like, some big, reveal, and it wasn't, and it felt a little weird, Rey using the Force at the end, but I was okay with it, you know, and it's 10th out of 11, so it doesn't mean I liked it that much.
Yeah.
Then I got the Solo movie at 9. I just think they could have done better. You see Darth Maul show up, and it's not tied into a lot. If they expand on it, it could have the potential to like grow into a different.
I wish they did, but it bombed the box office.
They could do a ton of standalone movies that interconnect here, and it could be cool, and they didn't or haven't, and maybe they will. But for now, it seemed like just things I wanted to do for fan service, and then they didn't care about how good the movie was. So the movie wasn't that great to me.
I love it.
Then I've got The Force Awakens. I think it was. I was happy they brought Star Wars back. It felt like a Star Wars movie. It was a copy and paste of A New Hope, but that's okay. I mean, it was fine. I'm into it.
You could spend more time too. I told you to kind of rush through it, but you don't need to rush through it.
Okay.
Yeah. Feel free. The floor is yours.
Got it.
I actually love hearing about this.
Bet.
We're kind of on the same page so far, like
Good.
where we're at, and I'll give my experience too. But
I feel validated. All right.
Yeah.
I've got Attack of the Clones next, and this one kind of pained me to put this low because I like Attack of the Clones.
I hear it, dude. I know what you mean.
There are, again, the highs in this movie are really high, but and I get you want to tie some romance elements into it. It's a big part of Anakin's backstory. It's just not done well.
I think there's a lot of dialogue choices. I'll talk about this too. Just like the scripting, the dialogue choices. It's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
That movie now, if it got like actually good dialogue in it, like if you had peak dialogue, like a good script editor or a script writer, like that could be peak. Think of those elements in like.
I will say this though, maybe with the exception of the Mustafar battle, and
here we go.
Like. Anakin turning like that tipping point where Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
Yes.
Which might be my favorite Anakin moment over killing younglings. Just, something had to come to my mind, and that was the thing that came to my mind at the time. Maybe the best Star Wars scene, in my opinion, is when all the clones come in the middle of the battle at the end, and you get all the Jedi there together. It's the only time in live action you see Coyote-Mundi, Kit Fisto, and Mace Windu, and then you get Jango involved, and Jango is a great character, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I'm a minifigure collector for Star Wars, and Jango's got one of the most rare minifigures. I mean, you got to do the
Boba
phase
2,
They have to be phase 2 minifigures.
Yeah.
But his is one of the rarest and most expensive. You can't get like a new condition for under $200 for a minifig.
Yeah.
So. And if you do, send
you
it my
have
way.
that?
Let
You
me
have
know.
that in
No.
You got to get one.
I know. I need one.
Yeah.
This guy made me the Django helmet.
Come
for my
on,
birthday.
you'll see that on the page soon.
Yeah. So that's fire. I mean, Django's one of my favorite characters. That scene is peak, so it pains me to put this low.
Yeah.
But the ones in front of it that just speaks to how good they are, in my opinion. So I mean,
where are you at number wise? I lost count.
Yeah. So that was 11, 10, 9, 8. That was 7 out of 11.
Okay, gotcha.
6 out of 11 is Rogue One for me.
Okay.
I like Rogue One a lot. I have a hard time knowing where to put this in Star Wars. I think it has the luxury of being more modern
Yeah.
and fits in with Andor, which now is like coming to be one of like the greatest TV
so
shows
good,
that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
and
it's so good.
the filming of it is just good. There's not a lot of bad dialogue. It's just kind of straight to the point.
Okay.
And I love how it ties the two trilogies together. And talking about peak moments, the best Darth Vader moment.
Oh, absolutely.
At the end of Andor, and I hope in the future we get a Vader movie. I want to see
yeah, dude.
Darth Vader unhinged.
I love it.
You know, we see Vader as kind of this stiff bad guy,
Yeah.
and like in the 70s, he was the most evil villain of all time. And I think kids today, like, you know, they would get the impression, oh, he's overused or whatever.
Yeah,
but like,
or like
dude,
overrated. He's not that
like,
scary.
we
But
need-
in that, it
we
was
need-
actually scary.
we should see a movie of Vader hunting down Jedi,
Jedi, yeah.
and slaughtering
and,
Jedi,
and
dude,
like also like
the anger, and it should start with him at Padme's grave.
yeah, and like even like trying to talk with Padme. Like I play the Vader Immortal games on VR, and there's and I don't know if they're like technically canon. They don't like break canon, but what's interesting is there's actually a moment where you're like hiding in the shutters and you see like Vader come into this, and you like see him like talk about Padme as Vader. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love to see a little bit more of Vader, but like the end of Andor there and like going right into A New Hope. Oh, when I saw that for the first time, I was
End of Rogue One. You mean
End of Rogue One? Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. I was hyped when I saw it for the first time. I was sick.
Yeah,
and then
you see Leia.
You see him just like force flying, you know, the
Yeah.
rebel troopers into the walls, and yeah, he's a menace, and I love seeing that. It was
that's
sick.
a good take, dude. I love it.
I've got Phantom Menace next, and I believe that's number 5 for
That's
me.
higher than a lot of people.
I know there's some struggle with Phantom Menace, and it might be a little high, honestly.
Doesn't matter. It's your take.
But it's peak Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Who's a villain? I mean, maybe Clone Wars is peak Darth Maul, honestly, but like,
Good take, but your debut of Darth Maul. And
yeah,
it's
you
just like
you get to see Darth Maul,
Yeah.
and he is a Phantom Menace.
yeah, he's
And-
literally just evil. Like he literally is made to look like the devil.
and he kills Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Who again, if we could get more backstory on Qui-Gon in live
Love
action, would
that.
be so sick.
Yeah.
Because Qui-Gon is a well-respected Jedi that he's just not in a lot of the films. So
Yeah.
like he gets forgotten about when we talk about all the top-tier Jedi. But I guarantee you, Mace Windu's taking Qui-Gon to take down Palpatine if Qui-Gon's still alive.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a good take. Dude.
so the fact that Qui-Gon was, actually, this more takes.
Yeah.
If Qui-Gon was still alive, Emperor Palpatine would have never made his way.
I would agree. I mean,
to be an
I just don't
emperor.
think Anakin would have killed Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
And
Well, let's get to that. Let's get to the hot takes. So
Yep.
I got one
Yeah, I
about
got you.
Okay. So yeah, I like the Phantom Menace just because I'm a fan of it,
Gotcha.
not because
Yep.
it's great.
You're a fan of Phantom.
Okay, now we got my top 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 is A New Hope.
Okay.
It is Star Wars. Like,
It is.
When you
Literally
see
is.
those yellow letters scrolling vertically up the screen, there's nothing else that comes to my mind other than Luke Skywalker shooting the blaster onto the ceiling and Leia hanging onto them and
Yeah,
flying across
exactly.
the Death Star and Han Solo and Chewie coming into the scene at the very
I
end,
always think
saving
of,
the
like,
day.
Han
and-
running away and like absolutely.
I
Like,
mean, it's just what Star Wars is A New Hope. And I just think because it's made so early on,
Yes.
it doesn't get as high on the rankings for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I actually take that back. It's just a great movie.
I hear you.
Honestly, just the
Yeah,
other
it's okay
top
to-
Star Wars are just
yeah,
a little
exactly.
better.
Yeah.
Now, my top 2 are interchangeable. And I think they are for a lot of people, especially our age maybe.
Yep.
But
Yep.
we're ranking Star Wars movies. And so that's why I have to put Revenge of the Sith number 2.
Okay.
Because Revenge of the Sith is my favorite movie of all time.
Okay. Interesting.
But what it does for the Star Wars movie, it's, in the ranking of Star Wars, I think it belongs number 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Empire belongs at number 1.
Okay,
in my
interesting,
opinion.
yeah.
It's the number 1 Star Wars movie. It's pivotal. It's peak. You've got father versus son. You've
Yeah.
got the most quoted line of all time.
Yeah.
You've got just
I
pure
am your
pain
father.
from Luke in that
Yeah.
moment, and then you see the villain or the villain win at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
the first movie ever that like really like genuinely in Hollywood that the bad guy wins. Like first regard. I remember DeVito telling me that too.
And I mean, there's that. Yep.
Yep.
And we see I think one of the cool things is in an era where, and maybe, I mean, Rocky was the last of this, but in an era where you got montages of a guy training for for a month, and
That's
then
a good take,
and then
Al.
taking down, the top fighter,
Yes.
or like, and it only takes a month of training, and this guy's just all of a sudden some elite, fighter, or in that era of like this good guy can never lose. You've got Luke Skywalker going to Dagobah, struggling, wrestling with if he even wants to be involved in this conflict at all.
Yeah.
And then Yoda, who's kind of this mysterious mentor who, when you're watching the movie, because I watched the original trilogies before I saw the prequels, and so you don't know who Yoda really is. He kind of gives you some hints to it, and Luke's there. Just it's kind of mysterious.
I just want to go rewatch these movies.
I know,
so
me
much.
too.
They're so rewatchable.
And he ends up, because he loves his friends so much, gets into the conflict and then loses.
Yeah.
And Han Solo loses, and then they got to come do the rescue mission.
And you really see Boba in the movie too. Like for the first time. I mean, you really.
I missed number 4 as Return of the Jedi.
Oh, you missed number 4.
Okay,
that's okay.
That's fine.
I was gonna say I was like, wait, where'd that go?
It flows into Return of the Jedi, which is a great movie. It's
Incredible.
just not as good as. It's just not as good as.
Okay, so read me back from 11 to number 1.
Okay, yeah, we got The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Solo, Force Awakens, Attack of the Clones, Rogue One, Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, and Empire Strikes Back.
Come on, that is Alex's ranking of the live-action Star Wars movies. Come on, I love it. Or just the Star Wars movies. I mean, there's one animated, which we both agree is at the bottom. I love it.
How did we differ?
Okay, I'm gonna go through mine. So, I think for the most part we're similar, but definitely when we get higher, it's different.
Okay.
Here's my ranking of Star Wars. Worst to best, in my opinion. Actually, I'm using my Letterboxd, so check out Letterboxd. Follow me, Nate's Nerd News on Letterboxd.
Not
This is
sponsored.
a great app. Not sponsored. We're not sponsored, but it's actually a great app. It's the social media for movies. Okay, starting at 11, I have The Rise of Skywalker. It's funny you say this because Star Wars is Star Wars. I can't say it's gutter trash because truthfully, like, I always was in the impression the moment I walked out of that theater, I was like, they did the best they could to end it. I think that I can't say they did the best they could. I personally think that like they swung for the fences with what they got. I know they retconned stuff, but I think which leads me to my number 10 spot. I think that The Last Jedi messed a lot of the vision up. One, we can agree that not having a continuous director through 3 films of a trilogy is so dumb, and you'd never had a story written. So but number 11 is The Rise of Skywalker. There's good moments of it. There's really bad moments too. Mostly bad moments. The Last Jedi is number 10. The Last Jedi, again, I remember this the first movie really meant so much to me that I was just kind of really underwhelmed. A little heartbroken in areas. And maybe that's just the Star Wars fan in me. I was really expecting Snoke to be different. Not necessarily Plagueis, but just like they killed him off. And like
so fast.
Just fast. And and I just think that like there's some moments like I think it's Admiral Holdo is the what's her name? Like there's just like some cringe moments of it. It's just kind of like I don't like the planet of Crate, like the red salt planet. Like there's just moments of it I just like fell really short. They handled Luke not well in the movie, clearly. There's just some annoying parts. But the reason I have it above is I have to give credit where credit's due. Visually, I think that's might be some of the best Star Wars has ever looked.
All right, respect.
I don't like Crate, but the sequence of Crate is crazy. When Admiral Holdo, and I think I'm saying that it's Admiral Holdo, the purple hair admiral, she turns the ship and she literally light speeds through the I think it's a Dreadnought, the Star Wars Dreadnought, the big Star Destroyer. And she rams through it, and like that was like one of the most like breathtaking scenes I've seen in modern cinema, is when it's just and splits it in half. That's just crazy to me. So I have to give credit where credit's due. Also, I think the Praetorian Guard fight at the end against Rey and Kylo is really pretty. It's a really pretty scene. All the red, and it's just visceral. But spending too much time on that. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is my number 9.
Wow, that's low.
It's low.
Why is it so low? You don't like it?
This is the thing. Is like I don't not like it.
You think Attack of the Clones is better?
I have Attack of the Clones higher, and this
Okay.
again is like it. This is my
don't hate
list
the take.
today.
Yeah, that's
It
fine.
is. It's just it's a good question because like just like my Marvel list that I did on the last episode, like this is how I feel today. And I'll
The list is
rewatch these movies
fluid.
and it'll change. It's
As Stephen A.
very
would say,
fluid.
the list is fluid.
It's very fluid. You're right. But I think that episode 1, there is actual peak moments of Star Wars in it that I think Duel of the Fates is, if not the best Star Wars fight scene ever. I don't know if it beats the Anakin versus Obi-Wan, but it's like
Cinematically, it doesn't. But
I mean, like it's absolute. Like for me, it's my favorite Star Wars song. And that goes against Imperial March. That goes against the regular Star Wars soundtrack, like theme song, right? So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's really boring moments of. It's a political movie, and the politics have bored me a little bit. I just
it starts
think
slowly.
It starts slowly, but again, at the same time, that's a really cool thing about it. It's a political movie, and that's cool. And
Do you
obviously,
like the pod
Qui-Gon-
racing scenes at all in that, or is
I think
that kind
there's-
of like cringe?
There's sometimes it's cringe. As I've grown older, it's kind of aged badly for me. But again, as I was young, it was just some of this so tied to nostalgia where it's just
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
oh, it's so cool. This is pod racing. Like it's cringe to say now, but it's like what a cool going against Sebulba. Like that's just sick. You know what I mean?
Hey man, he was force sensitive.
He was
Highest
yeah.
midi-chlorian count ever.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually love that lore that was brought into it, even though they tried to retcon that in the newer movies. Number 8 is Solo. Solo is kind of there for me. Again, I love Alden Ehrenreich. I think that's how you say his name. As Han Solo. I think that it's hard to replace Harrison Ford. Like, what do you do? But I think he did a good job as a young Han Solo. I love that Darth Maul was in the end. I wish they would have went something there with that. But
This is random.
I think it was a cool action adventure story. I think it was really cool to see. Again, just the young Han. I think there's some campy, stupid moments where he figures out his name as Han Solo. He's just like Solo. Yeah, I'm Han Solo. Or the guy says he's like,
I haven't seen
Solo,
that movie in a
you're
long
Han Solo.
time. That's a bad.
Yeah, I just there's moments that are just really stupid, and I was hoping to see some different characters in that. I think that it's really cool to see the young Millennium Falcon is cool, and that was fun.
I honestly, a take on Solo. I actually think what we see now with a little bit more of the Western vibe and Mandalorian. If you could have done that with Solo and made him a little bit more of an outlaw,
like a gunslinger, yeah,
that would have been cool because I think that's how he's portrayed against
he's a
Greedo. He's a
scoundrel.
boom,
Yeah,
he's that scoundrel, and he's the cowboy who runs away, on the horse,
Yeah,
he flies solo. And
come on, I love that.
Yeah, I don't know,
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and I think it's just, I wish they went somewhere with it. It's just kind of there. But it was a cool swing for the fences take for an anthology Star Wars movie. Number 7, I have Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And just like you said, there's some absolute highs of this movie. Honestly, some of the best Star Wars moments that I just think as a kid is playing with the Legos or it's in this movie. Lego Star Wars, the game,
the best levels are these levels.
I would literally go back, specifically turn the game on my old GameCube or my old Game Boy, and I would go to the obviously the entrance of the clones, the end, the Colosseum fight. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would go replay because it was so fun to see so many lightsabers being swung and blasters, and that was just so cool. You get to see Jango. I mean, it's sad what happens to Jango.
I didn't talk about this, but the Dooku fight.
Yes, exactly. Anakin, for some weird reason, it's so satisfying to see Anakin wield a green lightsaber.
It's so
and then he
cool.
has 2 lightsabers. That is it's a crazy moment that I think is now to write that on paper is that's a crazy take. But that's so anti-Star Wars. But to have so much lightsabers show up in that, you have a couple in the episode 1, you have Qui-Gon versus a double lightsaber with Obi-Wan fighting as well. But to see a bunch of lightsabers go on, it's just really cool. Anyways,
Peak Jedi.
There's Peak Jedi, and there's one of the best, if not one of my favorite all-time scenes of that movie, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Number 6, and I got to start cooking through these. Number 6 is The Force Awakens. That's a little higher than most people have it, I think. Call it a ripoff, whatever, of A New Hope. I think it works still. I literally it's just crazy to be at a mature age, I mean, I was immature in high school, clearly, but not a kid to watch that in theater. And dude, I remember, man, seeing that at AMC. I didn't watch the full whatever it's called, marathon like you did. But I actually remember like texting you and talking
Yeah.
to you during it because you had watched it or you were in a different theater, and I saw it at AMC Lowe's, the Alderwood one too. And I remember it was before reserved seating, and there was still people lined up outside. And so it was peak, man. Like I remember going to the Toys R Us toy drop, a midnight toy drop to see the merch. Me and Parker Sr. went to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so fun. And I just think that like there's special moments in that. Kylo, like, to see even the trailer of that. There's been an awakening. Can you feel
The
or have
trailer
you
was
felt
cool.
it?
The trailer
It
was
crazy.
hype,
Yeah, like Han dying is crazy. Like needed to happen, I think. I mean, like it's sad, but like, it was a really cool. I think Rey in that movie was really cool. It was really fun to see. Anyways, breaking the top 5. At number 5, I have Star Wars: A New Hope.
Okay.
And again, it's Star Wars. It's just the OG. I think for me, it's aged a little weird because it's just a little campy sometimes. But it's a classic. It's obviously it's like the classic of any movie. It's the classic. And yeah, I know we weren't alive when it came out, but just to like think about how that really just changed the game and everything. Like the fact that George Lucas was able to pull off even the prequel trilogy after, like there's a moment, Luke obviously is talking to Obi-Wan. He's like, wait, you fought with my father in the Clone Wars? And it's just like, he had this planned out.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. That's just crazy.
What do you think is campy about it?
I just think that there's some moments that are just campy. Like, I gotta go to Tashi Station to pick up power converters, like stuff like that. Like, there's just like corny dialogue. But again, it's revolutionary. It's cavalier. It's
his adopted parents are asking him to do chores when he's trying to hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's
The
what
moisture
teenagers
farm,
do.
yeah. And that's cool, And again, it's just there's moments it's just kind of funny to me, but yeah, it's the classic movie.
It is.
Like I can't think of a more classic movie than Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay, give me 4.
Okay, 4 is Rogue One. I have it high.
Okay.
But I love Rogue One. Genuinely. Just like Andor, it's the same reasons we were talking about before the show. Like, I genuinely just think that for me, growing up, I always wanted Star Wars. Like after they did the prequels in the original, like I wanted a project to have I wanted to live in Star Wars. Like genuinely, I was such a fan. I literally have it tatted on my body. Like I was such a fan. I wanted to live in Star Wars. And Rogue One was the first kind of like, it felt lived in. And especially, I kind of put Andor with it. Like, just Andor, it's so grounded. And I think because it's so grounded, it's just so cool. Like, you see
I
different
think to put
sides of
Andor
Star
with
Wars.
it does alter
Also
the rankings,
really make that,
though,
yeah.
you
No,
know?
but genuinely, Rogue One itself, though, as a movie is genuinely an incredible movie. Jyn Erso is an incredible character. Galen Erso, like, being the creator of the Death Star, like, seeing the Death Trooper. Like, that's my favorite trooper. Like the distorted mask. It's just crazy. It's so
cool.
good. The ending with Darth Vader. I love it. I literally love it. Breaking the top 3, starting off, Return of the Jedi.
So that's your favorite of the OGs, then? Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not. But at times it has been. Growing up, it was. I mean, seeing Luke's green lightsaber, dude. Come on, man. Like, I love this movie. I love the Vader Luke fight in the end. I just love.
It's a good scene.
You have a sister. Like, it's just like, it's so good, dude. Like, as people call the Ewoks campy, I don't. I mean, it's just, and the Endor sequence is just amazing.
Ewoks are one of those things, as you age, they do get a little campy, but
it's okay. It's all, you know what I mean? It's Star Wars.
Of all the Star Wars things that are campy, like, they feel like the least of it. It's a species. And,
it is.
They have their own culture. I think the fact that they're kind of savage, they were going to burn and eat these people that were there. Like, they weren't sitting there. They weren't sitting there singing Kumbaya.
Yeah, they literally were about to burn and eat him. Yeah, and then they thought 3PO was a god.
Which can make sense, I guess. A golden
it's
statue
golden
of a
robot
person that
who's
actually moves.
floating. Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, in a sense, I see why it's campy, but also they're a savage
species.
You're
right. No, I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's just it wrapped up well. I used to literally like listen to the victory celebration like on repeat. Like do 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 do, and like on the remastered versions, like seeing Luke put his hand up, one of the best moments, putting his hand up on the tree and seeing Obi-Wan and Yoda and then Anakin appear.
Yeah,
and especially Hayden Christensen. I'm just
and
like,
the OGs when they got the bald Vader and it's all the burn victim Vader.
Yeah, and well, I mean that's exactly. But like, and he shows up, that actor shows up or whatever in the originals, whatever. But
yeah,
but just like to see that. I mean, we had the remasters when we were young. That's like kind of what I remember. So
okay,
I don't know. Anyways, number 2, Empire Strikes Back is my number 2.
All right,
same reasons you have it. I literally have 1 and 2 switch all the time. Like this is like arguably one of the best movies ever made ever. And I actually think it's critically a better movie than Revenge of the Sith is. It's just in terms of pacing, in terms of like loss, in terms of nuance. Like, I mean, literally, again, like we're talking about, the bad guys win. That was never heard of. And that's crazy to do. And you have like iconic scenes in it. It's just, I love Hoth. I love Dagobah. I love Cloud City. I loved the introduction of Lando. Vader really scared me in that movie when he just like pulls the blaster, he blocks the blaster shot. Like there's just like cool spots about that.
The planet, that's a good take. The planets in Empire,
that's where you really start to world build.
And they're some of the best planets we see.
Yeah, I think so. And number 1, without a doubt, my number 1 is Revenge of the Sith. It has aged great in my mind. For me, it's the focal point of my childhood, like genuinely. Just like it's the best version of Obi-Wan for me, who's one of my favorite characters. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's like Romeo and Juliet almost. It's a tragedy.
It's a modern day.
And it is. And it's just gold in every type of way. I think that there's so many iconic, like, we're always quoting Palpatine. Unlimited, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much like quotable parts of the movie, front to back. It's, dude, when Palpatine turns after he kills Mace Windu, like, that's scary. You know what I mean? He's literally like turning.
He's got the Sith eyes.
Exactly. And like Anakin, it's just, I don't know. Anyways, that is my ranking. I went on a little long there, but that is my ranking. We're coming into the hour already. We're an hour in. It's good. Let's go. On the raw footage, it'll be a little less than. But anyways, that is my ranking of Star Wars. That is Alex's ranking of Star Wars. I love it. I love you. And dude, that was fun. It's cool to like get that, for me at least, like who like loves the content creator. Like it's fun to get that on the internet.
Did we fumble any of these? Let us know. I mean, like genuinely. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Is it crazy that I have Phantom Menace at 5? Like, is that actually crazy?
I don't think so. It's a matter of opinion. Knowing the Star Wars fandom, like us, we're probably gonna get flamed for it, but I think that's okay. I even think like the little things we said good about Rise of Skywalker, like people are probably going to come at us.
Well, you just need to clip all the good things
we
said.
Small audience. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll just
make
edit
it seem
everything
hot.
out. Okay. Next up is a fun one. This is going to be cool. I'm really pumped about this one, actually. So if you guys didn't know, first off, me and him grew up playing ball together, but Alex is one of the like filthiest football players I've ever played with. This dude went and played college ball, okay? Guy runs routes like I've never seen, man. I'm telling you. Just filthy.
Appreciate it.
And we thought it would be really cool to do a football draft. Like the last episode, we did a basketball draft with Tetro. And this time we're doing a football draft. I'm going to set some parameters for this.
Okay.
We are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-man lineup with a coach. So it's a 7-person draft. We're going to do a snake draft where we're going to do rock, paper, scissors. And you get to pick whether you want to be the first draft or the second draft to go in the second as a snake draft. And then at the same time, I want to kind of rule out like really any OP circumstances or characters. I mean, there's like Star Killer, like just like we could use. I guess I think we've both mutually agreed on is we're gonna do this list with kind of like there's like you called it like there's like power specs behind things like
and player comps.
There's player comps, like there's reasons to do it fitting into football. I'm not gonna be like I want Anakin to be, my quarterback because he's going to run and he's going to use the Force to jump over everybody. Like, just stupid things like that. You know what I mean? We're not going to go down that road. We've both played ball. We're both football fans. It'd be fun. It's just fun to, like, go down the list. I'm over-explaining this.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it. So,
now, here's
questions, yeah.
Question. Do I have to pick the positions in order, or can
nope,
I...
You can pick whatever you want in order. You can pick a coach first if you want.
Okay.
All right, it's going to get fun. So let's do rock, paper, scissors. Where you want to just 1 out of 1, 2 out of 3?
Let's do 1 out of 1.
1 out of 1. Do you want to do rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Shoot.
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, I'm up
All right,
first.
cool.
Yeah, I want to pick first.
Okay, first pick of the 2026 Star Wars draft. Alex is going first. This is the Star Wars football draft. Go ahead, brother.
I think this is the number one person on everyone's draft board when it comes to selecting players. I'm going to draft a linebacker, and that's going to be Chewbacca.
Wow.
I mean,
right off the bat.
I don't think I need to explain it too much, but he's literally like if Micah Parsons in the NFL was 8 foot tall.
Let's go.
Try to throw a pass. He's batting it down every time.
Come on.
And him coming off the edge, tackling a quarterback.
That's scary.
Good luck.
And also just an intimidation factor.
Yeah.
This guy's literally ripping stormtroopers' arms off.
Right. That's a gnarly swim move.
I wanted him on my team, so it stinks that I can't get him. But, okay, so you have your, let's say.
That's why I had to draft first.
Yep, I love it. Okay, so we're going off with this. I'm going to save my linebacker for later on because you picked it.
Okay.
So, okay. My first pick. Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to go with, at wide receiver, I have Darth Maul.
Oh, okay.
For these reasons alone. I need someone with acrobatics. He's got the acrobatics. That's the agility right there.
Good call.
His hand-eye coordination compared to the other hand-eye coordination skill set amongst Jedi is obviously increased because he's handling a dual-wield lightsaber. So I'd think he's got good hands. Okay? Obviously, he's a Force user, so that's cool too. Obviously, we're not really going down that route. But he's agile. He's mean. I mean, like, imagine trying to press up against Darth Maul, bro. Seeing that dude face to face.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
It's not going well.
I'm absolutely scared. And I want someone who's fast, he's quick, he's agile, and I want that just like that darkness, that swag. You know what I mean? Just angry. So that's my first pick at wide receiver, Darth Maul. Let me write that down. Darth Maul. Okay, now my second pick, because we're going snake draft. Right? We agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, geez, this is tough, dude. Okay. Oh, man, this is tough, dude.
He didn't have his draft board lined up like
tough.
I did.
This is tough. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go with a running back.
Okay.
I am not going power back route.
Who are you taking?
I'm going Ahsoka Tano.
Oh, okay.
As running back. She is known for her speed. She's extremely fast. She's extremely agile. Again, she's wielding 2 lightsabers backwards. I mean, you got to think there's some correlation between some quick agility. She's always doing the flips. She's going to be really elusive. She's going to be hard to grab. She's going to be able to slip through a gap. And, I mean, she's not a power back at all, but she's quick. She's fast. I'm definitely going speed on mine. That is my second pick at running back. Go for it.
Alrighty.
This is really fun. I love this one. This is actually fun.
Okay. For my...
I know it gets tough.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out who might be on your draft board and trying to get those guys.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this is tough.
But, I think the key to having a successful football program
Okay.
is primarily a good coach. And I get 2 picks in a row here, right? Because we're snaking?
Yeah, we're
All right.
snaking.
I'm going to take Coach Palpatine first.
Okay.
The dude is a master manipulator.
Yeah, he is a master
And he
manipulator.
knows how to change the situation. He can talk about manipulating a defense or manipulating an offense
That's a good
to
take.
get in the power. Yeah. Palpatine is my guy here. Off the heels of that, I'm going quarterback Mace Windu.
Wow. Okay.
Known for his leadership skills and his style of fighting that he's known for having very decisive and precise blows. And I need a precise and decisive quarterback who's going to put the ball on the money every time and know where and when to throw it.
That's an incredible take, Alex.
So Mace is my guy here.
Okay, so you have Palpatine. Right now you have Mace at quarterback. You have your linebacker is Chewbacca. And then you have Palpatine, Sheev Palpatine, as your coach. Okay? Oh, this is fun. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go with... Oh, man, this is tough. Okay, I'm going to go my defensive back.
Okay.
I had Mace Windu. I was going to try to pick Mace Windu. Just because I wanted kind of a Cam Chancellor presence. Just big dog.
Can't go wrong with Mace.
But I think I have a good linebacker lined up for that too. I am going to go with Django Fett.
Django, okay.
I'm going to go with Django Fett as my defensive back. Someone who is a jetpack user. Again, he's not like, I'm not going to say he's going to go up and specifically try to like go pick a ball up top with a jetpack, but someone who's used to having a bird's eye view, really good field vision. And
you're thinking like a safety. You're thinking like,
I'm going safety route. I'm not,
So this guy doesn't need to one-on-one cover my receiver?
Well, at the same time, he can, because I feel like he's quick, he's fast, he's wielding two guns. Again, I'm going back down the same thing.
It depends on who my receiver is. I haven't chose yet.
I know, you're right. But can you imagine if it was Mace Windu? It's like, we know how that turns out.
Yeah,
exactly. But I just think he's coordinated, he's fast, and I want a ball hawk.
Okay.
And I feel like a Mandalorian with a jetpack who's agile is a ball hawk.
Okay.
That's my pick for that.
Okay.
So I'm going Django Fett there. My other pick, because we're going Snake. Let's do this. I'm gonna do my linebacker because I think you're gonna pick him. Darth Vader.
Okay.
Is my linebacker. Menacing, huge figure. That's the first person you're gonna see up front on my defense. And who is more scary than Darth Vader? Again, incredibly powerful, strong, brings that presence. He's strong.
That's a good take.
I think that, and he's menacing. I need that face for the defense. I think that's
dark side.
The dark side. Exactly, it's the dark side.
Go Hawks.
So come on, go Hawks. Which you have totally the Hawks in camera vision right now. Let's go with the blue and green. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I am going to go with my wide receiver 1, Count Dooku.
Okay, interesting.
Count Dooku is tall.
Okay.
He's known for having surgical precise blows with his saber. Similar to Mace Windu, but he's going to run the most precise routes.
Your reasoning is really good.
Yeah, so he would be a route tech. To me, my player comp for him is like a Keenan Allen. Tall guy, runs great routes, but also can body you a little bit.
I like it.
Okay, so Dooku's playing my wide receiver 1, and then at tight end, now I'm going running back, and I'm picking Yoda.
Yeah, that was my other pick for running back.
Yoda's juke ability is going to be off the charts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way you're tackling this guy.
He's old, though. He's old, man. He's going to be retiring soon.
I mean, are we talking Empire Yoda, or are we talking Revenge of the Sith?
The most well-known, I'd say. But you're right. It's not Empire Yoda. It's not.
I'm thinking Revenge of the Sith, one-on-one. This guy's dodging everything.
Yeah.
And
I'm even I even like Attack of the Clones Yoda.
Imagine doing bag drills with this dude.
Yeah. You're not grabbing him.
His combine stats.
But then you have Vader versus Yoda, like up in the A gap. What's going down?
Yoda's bouncing that.
I don't know, dude. It's Darth Vader.
Well, I've got Jabba the Hutt as my center, so
I know exactly. If we were going D line, I'm like, it's literally just every single name.
All of the Hutts.
Exactly. Is our
Okay, so I got two positions left. I got tight end left, and I got corner left.
Okay, so you're thinking defensive back, more corner.
Well, sure.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You said DB.
Gotcha. So you have Count Dooku, and then you picked Yoda.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, for me, I have quarterback, I have tight end, and I have a coach. Okay, here we go. Let's go with this. Who hasn't been... okay. Are you going to let me? I don't know if you're going to let me. If not, let me know.
What do you want, Anakin?
My Anakin. I wanted Anakin because I'm thinking Revenge of the Sith Anakin.
Well, I wanted Anakin too, and I was going to ask, are you going to let me?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to pick Anakin.
I think we should. Okay. I think we should leave him off the board. I think Darth Vader and Anakin might be the same.
Okay. Is it because I was going to pick him? You were going
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Honestly,
cool.
Let us know in the comments.
Okay, yeah.
Would that be fraudulent to have Anakin and Darth Vader on the same team?
Yeah.
My reasoning is it's physically impossible to have them both on the field at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
They're the same person underneath.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that's tough. Okay.
If you really want them, it's fine.
No, I'll go quarterback. I'll shift it. Obi-Wan Kenobi is my quarterback.
Okay. Yeah, that's a guy off my draft board for sure.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's a field general. Obviously, he was a general in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
He is just through and through. A player comp off the top of my head for him is he's not ultra skilled in any skill set. He's not ultra fast. He's not, it's low key like a Tom Brady or like an Aaron Rodgers in his prime. Because it's someone who is commanding.
Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers had one of the best cannons of all time.
That's true. Yeah.
He was skilled at a specific thing.
Yeah.
But TB12.
But again, Obi-Wan was a skilled duelist. He literally.
That's true.
Yeah, but not the skilled duelist. So that's a good point. So yeah, it is Tom Brady because he is the GOAT. He's literally the GOAT. He stands for everything that he's won the most championships. Well, has he? He lived it out. No, he's obviously suffered the most loss as well, which is so sad. Obi-Wan being one of my favorite characters. But yeah, I would just say he's not ultra skilled, but again, he is that leader.
Yeah. No, that's a good take. That's a guy off my board.
Okay, cool. So that's my quarterback. I don't think you're gonna pick this for the tight end.
Obi-Wan was my tight end.
Oh, really?
For kind of similar reasons. A little selfless. He can do a little bit of everything. He can catch.
He's a little smaller though. Don't you want a big guy?
He's not that small.
We'll wait for the tight. Yeah, I want to see who you get. Okay, for tight end for me though, is gonna be Paz Vizsla, who is the bigger Mandalorian. If anybody can remember, you've seen it in the Mandalorian. He's the bigger Mandalorian. Again, for me, I just wanted just a house, and he's someone who again is commanding. He's skilled with blasters. He's probably got good hands. He's probably an incredible blocker. That's how you say his name, I think, is Paz Vizsla. But it's just, again, he's demanding. And comes from a good lineage. So maybe he's had a father or brother he played in the league.
Yeah.
I think that's a kind of a little bit of a niche take. But I think that's a fun one.
I like
for
it.
that.
That's good.
My other one for that
How many do you have left? How many do you have left?
I literally have one more. That's my coach, and you have two more.
Okay.
So, but my other take for that was going to be Chewie.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I was like, you got to,
Chewie catching passes, yeah. So we're gonna do one at a time then, because I started. I should have the last pick if I started. So I go. I shouldn't have two in front of you. So I'll go. You go. Then I go.
Are you sure?
Since I started, yeah.
Okay.
A 2-man snake with even teams should do that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, good take. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go DB, corner, safety. I'm going General Grievous.
Crazy. Okay.
Dude, you're trying to catch a ball. He's pressing you with two hands. He's got the other two hands swatting the ball. There's no way that your receiver. Who'd you pick as receiver again?
Count Dooku.
No, I picked Count Dooku as receiver.
Or no. You picked Darth Maul. Sorry, I was reading yours.
That's going to be a good matchup.
That's a good matchup.
But I'm going to be honest. Grievous is pressing him up.
Dude, I just think with his acrobatics.
And he's faster.
Grievous is faster?
Grievous is.
Yeah, he's probably faster.
He can get moving.
He's a robot, but yeah.
Are robots allowed?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's Star Wars.
So yeah, Grievous is my DB. I'm picking
cyborg. I guess you'd ask him because he's got human parts.
He's a cyborg, sure.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good take. I'd like to see that matchup because it's the matchup of blades. It's like you have a skilled dual-welded lightsaber. Or not dual-welded, but double lightsaber versus 4 lightsabers.
Who just mashes.
Who's mashes. But, Obi-Wan did beat him. Obi-Wan's the GOAT right now. Well, that doesn't have to do it, but he beat the 4 blades.
Yeah.
But then it gets funny because Obi-Wan's also the guy who beat both of those people, which is funny. Literally killed them
Obi-Wan's kind of the Sith Slayer.
He is the Sith Slayer. Okay, so now I go?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, so you pick General Grievous as your DB.
Yeah.
My coach, I'm going with Qui-Gon Jinn. Someone who sees outside the box. I thought this would be in your draft box too. Again, it's almost like the young coach to the quarterback. They have a good repertoire, and if they have if they're connecting well, then I think that things will work out on the field. You have Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan as my quarterback. It's great. Again, it's Brady and Belichick. It's just it's someone who I think sees outside the box, is okay calling out the BS. But yeah, that's my coach. And that is my team. So you have your tight end, and I'm going to read them out for everybody to see.
Yeah, tight end. Who are we choosing here?
Did I pick up all your draft choices?
Yeah, I think all the big guys are kind of taking a little bit. We've already got a couple of Mandalorians out there. We could spam Mandalorians, but
Yeah.
I kind of think Mandalorians move a little slow. You know, like I could.
Really?
I thought about quarterbacks. I kind of was thinking, like Boba would be like a Big Ben type. You know, just like sit in the pocket and dodge dudes. Like I could
Okay.
see him doing that. I think they'd be a little robotic. I could see like a Gronk.
That's kind of why I didn't pick Boba. Like, I picked Django because he's fast, he's a gunslinger, he's quick. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah, you're right. Like, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, like, he's a little slower. I could have done, like, Bo-Katan. That's another. She's really quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just for a tight end say pick Kit Fisto.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me the reason.
he's got a bigger body.
Yeah,
he's
he's a big body.
skilled. Like,
Got the dreads.
yeah,
Dreads out the helmet.
he's a David Njoku type.
Yeah,
you
there
know,
you go.
he's not top tier, but he's up there.
He's a role player.
You know, and he does a good job. He's successful on missions.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be the number one guy, but he's going to still ball when he's given the choice. And I think if you throw a couple balls up to him, he's going to go make it happen, you know?
I actually like that take. I think that's
Yeah.
a good take.
Consistency.
Okay, so I'm going to read them off. So we have Alex's team versus my team. Alex's team starting at quarterback. His quarterback is Mace Windu. His running back is Yoda. His wide receiver is Count Dooku. His tight end is Kit Fisto. His defensive back, corner, or safety is General Grievous. His linebacker is Chewbacca. And his coach is Emperor Palpatine. Versus my team, starting at quarterback, I have Obi-Wan Kenobi as a quarterback. Running back is Ahsoka Tano. Wide receiver is Darth Maul. Tight end is Paz Vizsla. Defensive back is Jango Fett. My linebacker is Darth Vader. And my coach is Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay,
Who would win?
We've got money riding on this, so let us know in the comments who's going to win.
Genuinely want to know because that's a good matchup.
Yeah, and the loser of this has major punishments,
Yeah.
major consequences. So
TBD, but yes, there
Let
will
us
be a major
know.
comment. So you guys actually need to jump in the comments because I want to know who wins that. I know they're talking to a small audience here, but the friends seeing this, I want to know. I actually want to know.
we don't know. It's
Okay.
a big audience, too.
Love it. Okay, this is the next one. We got two segments left
Okay.
because we're coming in at about an hour and 15. So we're rolling.
We're going.
This is good. So this will be a quick one. This is a new segment alert. New segment. Just kidding. Maybe I'll add a sound effect. Come on. Exactly. Da-na-na-na. So, okay, this is going to be a blind ranking. It's specifically
Love it.
for you.
Okay.
So right now it's going to be, I'm going to give him 5 Jedi.
Oh.
And it's basically, you have to do your best to try to rank these and who is either the strongest or who would win in a fight.
Who would win in a fight? That's
Let's
what
go
we're
that.
talking about?
Who would
Okay.
win in a fight?
Okay.
I think that's the easiest to do. I'm going to give him 5 characters, and he's going to rank them 5 through 1 through 5. Are you ready, Alex?
Yeah.
We're going to start off with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon's going to be 2 for me.
Okay. Qui-Gon is 2. Okay.
Actually,
He-
I'm bumping him to 3. Bumping him to 3.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Okay. Is there a reasoning for that?
I think there's a couple guys who would beat Qui-Gon in a fight.
Yep.
So like I need to leave some spots open for them.
Yeah.
I had him at 2 at first because I do think it's on the fence. Like
Okay.
I think they're, and it depends on what version of Anakin you get. And
Exactly.
would Anakin actually beat him in a fight? You know, he did lose to Maul, but he was, you know, considered one of the best Jedi Masters out there.
Okay.
Maybe more for his mind and his wisdom than
Yeah.
anything. But
Okay.
I'm keeping him at 3. I think he's a good baseline.
Yeah, that's a
Better
good
or
baseline.
worse than Qui-Gon?
Okay, I like it. Let's do this. Ayla Secura. Or Ayla Secura. I said Ayla. Ayla.
5.
That's your 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that? She just got mopped.
Yeah.
But she's skilled. She's
I mean,
doing-
all these people are going to be skilled.
Okay, number 5.
Unless you're putting younglings or like really unknown people. These are Jedi warriors, Jedi Knights. Like they've made it through the trials.
That's true. They have made it through the trials.
Yeah, they're all skilled. We're picking from the best of the best. But
I used to have a big crush on Ayla Secura. Or Ayla Secura growing up.
nice.
She was pretty.
So you know, I think there's a lot of people who are worse fighters than Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And probably better fighters than her.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. We have Luke Skywalker.
4.
Okay.
I don't think Luke's that good of a fighter as far as what we see on camera. You know, he does take down Vader, and that's a big scene.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't choreographed the same way
Exactly.
that we have the
But
choreographing now.
people argue Prime Luke is like unstoppable, but then it's like Prime Luke never was around Prime Anakin or Prime Mace Windu or Prime, Obi-Wan or you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I hate to put him at 4.
It feels
But
like
again-
it feels like anti-Star Wars a little bit.
It does, but I also I think Yoda beats Prime Yoda versus Prime Luke. Like, I'm taking Yoda. Prime Mace versus Prime Luke, I'm taking Mace. Prime Anakin versus Prime Luke,
Yeah.
I'm taking Anakin. And now there might be bias to that. I just don't think. I think maybe video game Luke, in what is it? The Star Wars Battlefield
Yeah.
or Battlefront?
Yeah.
Battlefront. Sorry,
Oh yeah, classic. Love it. Sorry, I was looking at my notes.
that Luke Skywalker is pretty OP.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay.
it depends on which version you get. I'm taking it just off the movies, and I
Okay.
think he's probably 4.
I can dig it, brother. Okay. So now, you kind of get the baseline of where you have 2 people left. You think you think that Qui-Gon beats Luke and Aayla Secura.
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
Well, it's a blind ranking too.
It's
I don't
tough,
know what's
exactly.
coming next.
Yeah, exactly. But those are the people you have.
That's who I have. So I got 1 and 2 left. So you better give me some heaters here.
Ahsoka Tano.
She's going at 2.
Okay. Any reason why? I mean, obviously you only have 2 left.
Yeah, I only have 2 left. Ahsoka's a good dueler.
Yeah, she is.
I don't hate having her at 2. I think Luke is probably better than
beat
her?
Darth Maul.
Yeah. Do I think Luke is better than there? And she beat Darth Maul, and
Darth
Qui-Gon
Maul
lost
beat-
to Darth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there's the,
Yeah.
you could do that math. And maybe my rankings are more who
Yeah.
are better Jedi, and that's not the question here. So
Yeah, I got you.
Ahsoka goes at 2, and I don't
Okay.
hate it. I don't hate it, honestly. She's good.
Yeah, she is good. Okay, so this is your last one, and this is going to be your number 1 spot. It's
Yeah.
Mace Windu.
Okay.
I actually...
I don't hate Mason.
Yeah. You know what's funny is the way I read that off is the exact way I wrote it down is the way you answered.
Let's go.
So, I had, Mace Windu at 1, Ahsoka Tano at 2, Qui-Gon 3, Luke Skywalker at 4, Aayla Secura at 5. And
Would you switch any?
I don't think I would.
Would you switch?
It's funny,
Luke
I wrote that down at random, but I actually think that, that is, in terms of winning, that makes the most sense. Mace Windu was known for his power. No one could beat him.
Yeah.
The only person that beat him was Palpatine. You know what I mean? So
And Palpatine didn't beat him. Let's be so for real.
Anakin cheap shotted him.
Yeah.
Is what it was. Absolutely.
Yeah, so he beat
he beat Palpatine. Duh. What am I even saying?
So, yeah, Mace is an obvious one in this category. I think Qui-Gon is just mysterious because I think Qui-Gon's best stuff we don't see on camera.
Yeah.
And
That's a good take.
it's hard to kind of rank that.
Yeah.
And Luke, I probably should have switched Luke, and if I could redo it, I'd probably go Luke at 2, Ahsoka 3, Qui-Gon 4.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just based off who would win in a fight. Because
I don't think.
we're not
I
talking,
honestly
we're
think
not,
Ahsoka would beat Luke. I think Qui-Gon would beat Luke too, and I think Mace would beat all of them. And I think Luke would beat Aayla Secura. So I think what you did was perfect.
All right.
Which is funny.
Well, Chad, let us know. Did I cook
Let's go.
or no?
Yeah, let us know
Did I
because
cook?
he's got his rank at. His lowest is Aayla Secura. Number 4 is Luke Skywalker. Number 3 is Qui-Gon. Number 2 is Ahsoka Tano. And then Mace Windu is his number 1. And that is in order of who would win in a fight. I actually completely agree with that. I think you did that perfectly.
Let's go. We
So,
cooked.
and I think it was a good range of Jedi.
Great range.
Didn't want to give the Obi-Wan or the Anakin, or Yoda, but it's fun to still know. Okay, we're gonna end off the episode with this. We're gonna do some Star Wars hot takes.
Let's get spicy.
Let's get spicy. Let's get debatable. Let's end it with a bang. This could get heated. We probably agree on a lot of stuff, but it's more so for the people watching to either agree or disagree. And I want to hear your thoughts. I also want to hear your hot takes because we could do a segment where you guys give us a hot take and I can react to it, or you can react to
That would
it.
be money.
We could call it an overreaction segment or something. I've seen that actually on other shows, but that would be a lot of fun. Alex, I want you to start off with your first Star Wars hot take. How many do you have, first off?
I have a few.
Okay. Like 3, 4?
5.
Okay, cool.
Actually, 6.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do all of them.
I can skip some, but
No, I have like 6 too.
there are some that are less hot than others.
Okay,
I'm gonna
wait.
start out with. Go.
Oh wait, sorry. Never mind. I was
Okay.
gonna say this is literally Alex's Star Wars hot takes. I love timestamping this stuff.
Timestamp it.
Come on, go for it.
Nate knows this one. I've talked about it a lot. Book of Boba is actually so good. And people hate on it, and I'm going to get flamed about this one. But Book of Boba...
That's crazy!
Flame me online. Do it now. Book of Boba is actually good.
So give me the reasons why you think of that atrocity. You don't think the guy turning in the end? The cyberpunk teen? You remember that?
Yeah, there's some corny stuff about it, but it's about Boba Fett. And I think the lore of Boba coming from nothing and... I mean, literally not being able to, barely survive, and then fighting his way through the political powers of Tatooine, and, talk about living in Star Wars. This is living in Tatooine. You're talking about one planet which is known to be, kind of the scummy planet. Yeah. You gotta cheat to be ahead in this planet, and he gets ahead by doing the right thing. And it's cool because he's doing the right thing, but also, taking down the powers that be. And, yes, you have this kind of weird teeny bop group that comes in there. And,
I think
every Star Wars has some element of that. And, whatever. I don't know why that had to get put in there.
I still think he just handled Boba, Tamora Morrison is Boba Fett. I mean, obviously it's Jango Fett, too. But, it just, that was the greatest part is I don't dislike Boba in the show. I don't think that, Boba's, say, a bad character. I think some of the side characters just lost me. I thought they could have done a lot more. I thought it would have been cool to see, it would have been cool to see Han Solo show up. And I can't judge the thing off of what didn't happen.
It would have been cool, yeah.
But this is so funny. This is such a side note, but this isn't the reason I hate the Book of Boba Fett. Because I really don't hate it. There are good moments of the show.
I think it tells a good story.
Okay, yeah. I do kind of like how he talks to the Tusken Raiders.
He lives with them. He cohabits.
Yeah,
he helps
to see you after the Sarlacc pit. I thought they would have dove deeper with it, but I mean, what do you really can tell other than him crawling out of it? I thought that was really cool, though. The thing that actually makes me the most mad is I hate the way Boba looks in the show. I hate the black underneath. I hate that he repainted his helmet, and his armor. I hate that they kind of went with it was cool that they did kind of the Pacific Islander, thing, but I still just kind of thought it was. Dumb. Dude, the flight suit, Boba's look is textbook, the best look in all of Star Wars. That's why he's so famous, because he looks so cool. His beat up, his blasted helmet, and now knowing that it was Jango, so Jango had the pristine chrome, just super clean, not even that dirty. But then Boba, it was just, paint was ripped, and he had the flight suit underneath, and he had the tassels and cords, and the gray was so, I just think it was so iconic. And I'm that was a total moment of Disney just trying to make it their own, where I'm do not fix it if it is not broken. And that just pisses me off. I mean, he's wearing a turtleneck and a kilt.
That's fair. I just like what it says about Boba as a character, and I thought it got unreasonably hated.
Okay.
Now, I'll add this caveat. This is just for the laws here. But I was watching Andor, the season 1, kind of at the same time as Boba. And I went on a business trip, and I downloaded all these episodes on my phone we were flying to the Dominican, so it was a lot of travel for me. And
did they get mixed up?
It somehow, they played it in the order in which they downloaded, and somehow, they downloaded it in, the wrong order. So I watched season 1 of Andor in,
completely backwards.
Yeah, I watched episode 1 and 2, and I'm okay, and, every show, starts a little slow, and I'm kind of dozing a little bit on the planes, too, here, just, and so I'm did I miss something? And then I was just grinding through it, and I'm this show sucks. And so, I just, flipped to Boba and was okay, this is better. I can watch this. And so at the time, I was Boba Fett is so much better. So much better. And so I had that take for a long time, where it was I love Book of Boba. What do people see in this Andor show? It's so boring. And then I actually watched it in the right order. It's
benefit
fire,
of the doubt,
but
though, too, Andor has a lot of, especially in season 1, there's a lot of different storylines that go on. That it'd be really easy to not catch that while watching, being this doesn't not make sense, that they're jumping to something completely different. And there's a lot of time jumps in the show. And so that, and especially in season 2, there's a lot of time jumps. But that makes sense. So I could see that. That's funny, though.
Yeah, I hated Andor the first time I watched it naturally.
But then you watched it again.
And it's great.
It's great.
But I kind of have the same take about the Obi-Wan show.
That it's really good?
I literally cried watching it. It was so good. I mean,
Wow.
I was at it fueled me in my like workouts. I would watch it at the gym. I'd hop.
what you made me.
I'm hopping on the stair stepper, which is like literally the stairway to hell in my mind. And I'm watching Obi-Wan fight Anakin, and I'm just like turning the speed up. I'm sprinting upstairs, just like so juiced watching this. And I thought it was so good. Like, yes, I think it's a little bloated at times. Like, it probably would have been better as a movie, but it just was everything that I wanted it to be. You get the Inquisitors in there, and
there's good moments of it. Personally, there's like the young Leia. There's just so many like elements of like theatrics that are just so failed in my opinion. Like
totally.
Like him smuggling Leia out in the trench coat. Like they're literally in the Sanctum Inquisitoris or whatever it's called, where it's like literally like it's like it is Vader's like base. All the Inquisitors, like, you know, other than his castle in Mustafar, but like it's, and you have all like nothing but just evil empire stormtroopers, I think, and they're smuggling this little girl. I'm like, what is this? The Little Rascals? This is crazy. And then like the little run scene, she's getting like outrun
in the woods
on Alderaan. Oh my gosh. And then, honestly, Reva, the character, sucked. Terrible character.
Yeah, bad character.
But there's peak moments of the show.
I think with Star Wars, at least the way I watch the movies or grade the movies is on the things that, like, singe in my brain.
Yeah.
I watch it and I see the stupid Leia scenes and whatever, and the Reva character, and like in the moment I'm like, that's cringe. But then when I think back on it, I don't think about those moments. I think about like how those two Vader fights with Obi-Wan, those were so good.
I didn't kill Anakin.
If you let
or
to
you
me,
didn't kill Anakin, I did.
If you let, I know, come on, like that was so amazing, and so
it is really
like,
cool. And to see Hayden Christensen like behind the mask, like to see that,
they brought it full circle for the fans.
And there was really cool, like the throwbacks were really cool. I really wanted them to
seeing Obi-Wan on fire.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was also there was also some like missed opportunity in my mind, like with the path, like he talked about like Quinlan Vos, and like I'm just like dive into that more, like that's so cool, like, you know. And yeah, I thought I love Star Wars Rebels, so I love the Inquisitors. I could get really picky, but I don't want to. But yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll leave it there. Do you have hot takes, or do you want me to just keep going?
Plenty of hot takes.
Do you want to just
go
back and forth?
Yeah, maybe we'll just go back and forth.
All right,
cool?
give me one.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's do that. So this one I think we'll agree with. I think the prequels have aged better than the original trilogy over time, especially in terms of world building. That's not to say that the prequels are better than the original trilogy. It's that they have aged better. And I think that's a little bit of a hot take, because I think people just, the more they watch the prequels, they're just like, oh, only kids like this because they grew up with it. But I actually think like the movies age well. And I think Star Wars is about this galaxy that is so vast. And again, I'm not saying that like in terms of critical story that the prequels are better or better films even at all.
You're just talking about how they aged.
They aged. And I think that like, and I think world building is like the main variable in Star Wars usually for me. And it's a galactic adventure across a galaxy that is just, there's different ends that can never be touched of this vast galaxy. And I think that like what the prequels did was introduce world building, and then like the world building after that, like just crazy, like to see.
Didn't we just talk about how Empire like has some of the best planets?
It has some of the best planets, but like in terms of world building, like dude, Coruscant, it has some of the best planets. Like it's not the best planets though. I don't think.
I think Bespin. You asked where I would have lived. Honestly, Bespin might be like a
dude. For me, it'd be Naboo. And like,
okay,
but you see Naboo, you get to go back to Tatooine, which is cool. But Tatooine's just a desert planet. Hoth is just a snowy planet. It's cool to see different variety. Yeah, Bespin's really cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that is really, really cool. Dagobah is really, really cool.
I think you get the same thing though with the prequels.
I just think that there's more like again, the world building is, there's just so much more. Like you see the Clone Wars, like to even think about what the clones like have gone through. You see Geonosis, you see like Kashyyyk, and like the clone battles being fought there. Like in your head, you're like, this is going on across the galaxy. There is a civil war being fought, and
that's just. But I think that's just Revenge of the Sith.
But to see it introduced to Geonosis in episode 2, to get introduced to Naboo in episode 1, to see Coruscant, this huge air traffic control, you have this literal, it's a full planet just of a city. It's crazy.
So the argument then, I think that what I'm hearing you say is the original trilogy is more focused on being in space. They spend a lot of time in the Death Star. They spend a lot of time in the Star or in the Millennium Falcon. Like a lot of the filming is just in space.
Okay.
And like there's not a ton of focus on like the planets. In the new trilogy or the prequel trilogy, it's more like they're actually walking around on the planets. You see a lot of that interaction that they build
I don't
those
know.
worlds.
I kind of want I leave it open-ended in my head because I just think that like I watched those movies kind of together as a child. Right?
Yeah.
Because I was introduced, obviously, these new movies. You know, like I mean, I was just like after being a toddler, like a kid was the prequels, but along with the original trilogy, like I knew the 6 movies together, and I always just viewed the prequels as just like, oh my gosh, like if I was to live in a Star Wars era, it would be then. Like it just maybe obviously not to live in like a oppressive regime that's the Empire, but like. You know, just so I would go to Naboo. Like it's just so cool.
Okay.
Anyways, we got to.
I think we got to wait 50 years to see.
Yeah.
Or 30 more years to see.
Okay. Next hot take for you.
Okay. Darth Vader is so underused as a character in Star Wars. Darth Vader could be used
very interesting,
so much more, and. I'm talking more as we build out the universe. I think people are a little scared to use Vader because it's just like such a fallback and all that stuff. But no, and this goes back to what I was saying. Like we need more Vader, like a Vader standalone, whether it's a series or a movie or something like that, would go so hard.
Do you think that an argument or a question would be like the mystery of Vader is also like the mystery of his like intimidation is also something that like is better not answered because it is so scary, and to like go back and kind of make a character maybe vulnerable like is.
I don't like that as much. I mean, I want to see him like the Joker. You know, you love the Joker in The Dark Knight because you see behind the scenes, you see how psychotic he is in the head.
And then you actually have like Joker movies, like although it's a completely different Joker, like it's fleshed out. And that first Joker movie is crazy good.
And to the point where you almost respect the power more. You respect the psychoticness more.
Yeah.
Of like, this guy will do anything. Oh my god.
You love like the psychotics of Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's so funny. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Trust me, audience. I'm a really nice guy. But
no, he
sometimes
is a nice
when I watch movies,
job.
I like the evil side of the movie.
Well, it's just interesting. It's interesting that the character of Vader too is interesting because he was corrupted.
Yeah,
and that leads me to my next hot take, actually, which is good. I actually think the scene, and you might agree with me, but I would even go even farther. I can't say it's too far, but the scene of Anakin coming back after he had. In episode 2, after he comes back to the Moisture Farm, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's house.
Oh, sure.
After he goes after and finds his mom, and his mom dies because she's being held hostage, or as a prisoner, and he slaughters everybody. But anyways, the scene where he's talking with Padme, and he's crying, and he literally says, "I slaughtered them. With the women and the children, I slaughtered them like animals." And I genuinely think that shows why not only Hayden Christensen is like a great actor, which is widely regarded, everybody says he's a terrible actor, but like genuinely is like a top 3 at sometimes is my number 1 Star Wars moment ever.
Why?
Because it shows not only... Okay, so it shows the thing I love about it is because one, it's so well acted. I genuinely think like it literally is like. Whoa.
I mean, yeah, that's not a part of that movie where I cringe at all.
Oh yeah, no way. I literally am like drawn to it because I'm like that's crazy.
Pure
like,
rage.
It is rage, but he's sad. He's crying. He's not just like, yeah, and I killed him. He's like, I slaughtered them, and they're animals, and like he's he's throwing everything there, and like you see a scared little kid that's becoming angry. And the one thing that really mattered to him as a kid is taken away from him. And then you see him almost corrupt, like why he could be corrupted because he's so vulnerable in the moment. But at the same time, you have Padme, who's sitting there, and it's almost like a lot of people would be like, bro, you're nuts. Like, I'm out. Like, that's a red flag. Clearly, it's like the biggest red flag. But is it defending his mom? I don't know. But she you can see how much she loves Anakin in that moment. And like is really sad like for him. That just like, oh my gosh, like, and it's another thing where it's like, I'm not leaving you, like I'm here for you. And I think that's like so incredibly moving, and almost like plays to the tragedy of like why she ended up dead and why she's such a pure character. Because like
she's a pure character.
She is, and she just like loves Anakin no matter what. She just loves Anakin. And obviously like as he goes to the dark side, like she's about to fall out of love with him, but still struggles, and obviously she dies from that. But like she dies from heartbreak. And it's just, I don't know, in that moment, you really truthfully first see, like, honestly, a peak Padme of just like, I'm riding with you. This is crazy, but like, I'm so sorry. And yeah, dude, it's just a crazy good, and the acting is just so superior. I don't know. You go.
That's a good Star Wars take.
I love that. Like, actually,
I don't disagree.
But another thing, the hot take of it is, I actually hear a lot against the Star Wars fan. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. People hate that scene. And I slaughter them like animals. Like, they think it's so bad script, bad acted. But I'm like, this is incredibly moving and scary and sad. And
it's foreshadowing.
It is foreshadowing. And it's vulnerable. And I literally think, yeah, dude, it might be like my favorite scene of Star Wars.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, like, in terms of like acting, like, that's just, it's incredible to me.
Okay.
Go for it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is responsible for the fall of the High Republic.
Or the Republic.
Or the Republic,
Jedi
sorry.
Order, yeah.
Jedi
The High
Order.
Republic was before.
Whatever. It's his fault Anakin turned to the dark side.
Okay, immediately I'm like, that's crazy, because like, he's the GOAT, but it's actually true.
I think Anakin needed somebody who could provide like an emotional support for him.
He needed a dad, not a brother.
And Obi-Wan was so locked into the Jedi Order of like, we don't show emotion, we don't do this, and like maybe he had a secret life.
He did,
but he did not show it.
But he actually turned away from it. Well, it was actually, and she died. But
you know, he was so strict, I would say, that it pushed Anakin to
almost pushed him away.
Palpatine.
And really, he just needed a little bit of emotional.
And
that's crazy. Good.
And Anakin needed praise. Anakin needed to be recognized for like being really good, and to be reassured that like, hey, you're gonna get on the council someday. You are a lock for this. Like,
you know, it's crazy. And there's some tough love moments in there where in episode 2, a lot of the times Obi-Wan is tough love. It's just like, hang on to this lightsaber. This is your life. Like, you can't do this. What are you doing? And then he's always like, I'm sorry, master. I'm sorry, master. I'm sorry, master. He runs into Dooku and gets his arm cut off. Like, he's just rash. And Obi-Wan's always correct him. Now he's a Padawan in that. But then even in episode 3, you see the moment where he actually does pull Anakin aside when Anakin's outraged about not being promoted to master. And he's like, you are a good Jedi, and I'm proud of you. And then you see Anakin like immediately calm down.
I know that Anakin needs that all the time.
Exactly. And that's why I'm totally agreeing with you. Yeah. Like, it's just like that little moment shows that could have gone a long way if you just would have been that.
And I don't think this is a hot take, but I think if Qui-Gon stays alive,
yeah, nothing happened for sure.
Obi-Wan wasn't ready to be a master.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to be.
Yeah.
And so I think
Anakin he needed a father figure. That was Qui-Gon. He needed someone to instruct him. He didn't need a brother trying to play father. And that's what Obi-Wan was a brother. I think of like almost like a divorce.
And that's why they fought so much.
That's a tough situation, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
That's a great take. Okay. I love it. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to the sequel trilogy here. Okay. I was a fan of the Reylo concept. So Kylo Ren and Rey, like, falling in love. I actually liked that. That's a crazy hot take. I actually liked it. I think that, I'm a sucker.
Corny.
I'm a sucker for romance. But, like, again, it kind of goes to your point. Like, the Jedi are forbidden to love, but it's like, love is love. Maybe it's because I've been married in the last year. But, like, no, truthfully though, I thought that was like something that was cool that came out of The Last Jedi, that there was like a really kind of like there was a tension between them, and it pulled Ben Solo back. I think that maybe the kiss in the end of Rise of Skywalker was a little rushed.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm just a sucker for a romance, and I really liked that. I really enjoyed it, and it was cool. It was cool, like he was to really like she like burned in the name of Ben, like Ben, don't do this, Ben. You know what I mean? Like it was cool, and I thought it was just like a. Everybody hates that. That was so
It wouldn't have fit that
stupid.
story at all. I think,
it did.
in my opinion,
I think that was the one good, what's the word? One good exit or like change of lane that the Rise of Skywalker took from The Force Awakens that like introduced something brand new there. I was like, okay, like that's cool.
fair. If we're going to talk sequel trilogy, throw the script out. We need a new script. And I mean, call this a hot take, call it not a hot take. I think that what I would like to see is the Empire is destroyed. Yeah. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, the Rebels, mission accomplished. Admiral Akbar, hat off to you, man. And then they rebuild. And then as they rebuild and say, we need to prevent, in the name of safety, we need to prevent another uprising, another this. So we need to build. And then they end up just being the Empire itself. Maybe not as corrupt, maybe not as like Nazi Germany type, like evil, but just like they start having their own rigidity. They start being kind of the bad guy. Star Wars is so married to the idea of the underdog story, and it's always the good guys or the underdogs having to win. What if in the new trilogy,
the good guys were not the underdog?
They were
the power
what if Luke builds up a new Jedi Order, and you see Rey in that, you see Kylo in that, and maybe they do have a love connection, or whatever happens, there's rigidity, and that
cool
causes sparks, and then somebody turns away from that. Then you have rebels who are the bad guys, or the bad side of the Force, or negative side, whatever you want to call it, and that is what's threatening peace. And it's a matter of like
that someone's fell away and they're taking them with them. Almost.
Yeah,
it's almost like restore. It's very biblical in a way. What you're saying, like the fall of Satan and like taking that with it. Like, we're both strong believers. So like that's a good take.
So I think
restoring peace. We're not the underdog.
You could have
used
the characters. Yeah, that's true. We're not. The characters in the sequel trilogy, I actually think you could have used so well if you had a story like that, where Kylo's actually this OP Jedi who's super Force sensitive, and you've got Rey who's very Force sensitive. They come from these lineages.
Yeah.
And then if they fall apart, and then you've got two of the most Force sensitive Jedis who have gone against, and maybe it's not Sith, but maybe they start recreating the Sith Order.
Kenobi. I thought I really wanted that.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That's just like a cool callback. Like it would have just been really cool. Obviously, like her being Rey Skywalker, so stupid. Palpatine, like it's weird. But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it was, like you said, that's the best they could do.
Okay, you go.
That's it for my hot takes.
That's your hot takes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Hot take: we should see a 3PO and R2 movie, or at least a TV.
Well, that'd be tough.
An R2 and 3PO movie,
like in a little animated kids show. That'd be cool, like the Adventures of R2.
Could you make it like either like a mystery movie where they're like solving mystery together? Like they don't need to be the main. Like there's like an arc in the Clone Wars show that is C-3PO and R2, and some other droids, but it's just them. Okay, I have my last hot take. I've talked about this on the channel a lot. Actually, in my videos a lot, like not on the channel yet. Actually, I think I did in my first episode 0. Anyways, The Mandalorian and Grogu coming out. They need to do something crazy. One hot take: I do not like Baby Yoda. I do not like Grogu. Do something crazy and kill Baby Yoda. Whoa!
I'm genuinely serious. Literally kill him.
No, one of my hot takes I didn't want to say was that Grogu is a marketing merchant.
It is. I know, but that's what it's over.
It's just for pennies at Target.
Stupid.
It's just for pennies at Target.
And I love Grogu. That's so sweet. I'm not saying that you want to kill, but it's like do something crazy and add some serious stakes. We know that he clearly doesn't survive for the sequel trilogy, or he's hiding. And I just think that like we need to get back to like this sounds bad, but like good movies have like high stakes and sometimes suffer loss. Why is Empire Strikes Back so good? It's because the bad guys win, and that happens sometimes. And like, do something crazy with the Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm so over this like child getting protected, and it's just the same arc over again. He gets in trouble, and then Mandalorian has to save him. And I just hope that's not the movie. And truthfully, like him kind of turning into a little Mandalorian is the dumbest thing ever. We've talked about this before. He literally like, obviously he is a puppet and an animatronic at sometimes, but he literally looks like that. Like go back to an over CGI'd Yoda. Like at this point, because He like the Mandalorian season 3. You see him just like hopping around. You see his little feet just.
It's literally blink,
I'm
blink.
like it's so stupid.
Yoda
to me.
was animated way better than
It
Grogu.
was, yeah.
And we need a little bit more help on the Grogu side of things if I'm going to buy into Grogu being this
Like
powerful
he literally,
force
it's like
being,
he has
you know.
like a penny or a nickel on his chest of Mandalorian armor, and he straps it up, and it's just like that looks so stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm over it, and I don't know.
I think having him die is crazy, though.
I think it's crazy. All I say is like I don't want to kill Baby Yoda, but I'm just saying like
Sounds like
that's
you do.
I know that sounds like it's a big stake, and that would piss the audience.
This guy's
off
the
a
one
bit.
who kills younglings.
Yeah,
He wants to kill Baby Yoda.
He's technically 50. But listen, seriously though, like I just think that like that's a crazy stake. Like what if like then you get the Mandalorian on like this venge quest. Think of just like the menace Mando goes into. Like, you know what I mean? Or at least like drop him off the Jedi Order and get him out of the story. I guess what do I want to say? I'm over Grogu. I want to go back to a Mandalorian who's the Mandalorian. But first, before you go, we want to do something on this pod. I did this in the last episode. We want to make sure that we get this in every single time. Listen, we're believers, man. We won in Christ Jesus. We're not the underdog, like I said earlier.
That's right.
We want to give you a verse of the day.
Let's go.
Let's talk about it. Because obviously, without him, we got none of this. This is just the fun stuff we love that he allows us to do. Get this. Let's go. Oh, wait. I swear I read something different.
New verse of the day? Verse of the hour?
Did it? Yeah, okay. No, this is James 5:13. Is anyone among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them praise.
Let's go.
Come on, that's a great verse. We love it. We praise him. I'm having fun, man. It's a good time.
Yeah.
God's good.
So we praise him. But
All the time.
if you're in need, pray. Jesus
on,
will
man.
be there for you.
We love you guys. We love him. Alex, I love you, bro.
Love you
for
too,
being
bro.
on
Thanks
here.
for having me, Nate.
Yes, dude.
It's been an honor.
Well, guys, just like I said before, make sure you like and comment and subscribe.
Cost you 0 credits to
It
subscribe.
does. It does.
0 credits.
It's, yeah, 0 V-Bucks. No, especially commenting. Like, jump in the comments. Give me a hot take. Give me something you agree or disagree with. Ask questions that we can answer on future shows. It doesn't have to be Star Wars related in this one either. You could do whatever. So, again, thank you guys for being here. Make sure to follow along for the journey. Alex, again, thank you for being here.
Of course.
We'll see you guys in episode 3, airing the week after this. We love you guys. See you in the next vid.
Peace.